everyone, it's Zadira and I'm back in Svartalfheim and I wanted to show you this really cool structure that I found in Svartalfheim, and it's an outpost of some type that I guess apparently just was left to ruin. And I decided I thought it would be fun to fix it up and to make it more where someone could possibly be living in it. It was so much fun trying to think back and see how maybe they would live back in the time, and maybe they decided this was worth fixing up and taking care of, and maybe being able to have an outpost to protect this part of Svartalfheim from the terrible, terrible enemy like T-Rexes and Allosauruses and all the bosses in the world and all the danger. So this is the bridge. This type of texture of structure is here in Svartalfheim already, and you can't destroy this. But it's really cool the way Nikitas fixed it all up. And then except there was a big old hole right here, a very, very gapping hole. So I wasn't able to do it very easily, but I did finally figure out how I could use these pillars and ceilings to patch it and repair it so that we can go across here without falling through. And so then you go on up this way and you'll see there's a big gateway, and that's actually the small gateway. I wouldn't mind maybe one half as tall and that width. That would be perfect, I think, because these are a little bit tall. There is a wider gate, but I would really like one this wide, but maybe shorter, like as in the Castle Keeps and Forts, before animals that more like trikes and things like that. But so anyway, this is the doorway getting into the outpost area, the public area, and we added a few little bushes with the Circa's garden mod, and then also we are using Circa's deco mod. And all the furnishings just fit so perfectly with this. So here's the big area, so they can always... So the way I thought it happened is maybe one soldier was appointed as an outpost commander here, and he lives here maybe with his family, but probably by himself, and he's going to keep an eye out on this part of Svartalfheim for danger and for enemy. But they do have, like, when the other outposts get together for holidays, like, I don't know if they had Thanksgiving or not, but when they had holidays and family get-togethers, there was a big area here they could put out a lot of tables. Or if the troops needed to gather here and make plans and things like that, there's a big area here that they could have their training and facilities there here. So on the bottom area right here, this lower area, we have a dwarven forge, and like I said, most of these things, I would say almost all of these things are from the Circa deco mod, and you can make your iron ingots here. And then down here, there's kind of it looks like a little cellar, and I thought it was a perfect place for someone. In one of the comments said, I always say they're making root beer. But someone said, no, that they can make apple cider. And I was like, that's the perfect thing. That's what this looks like. It looks like it's for apple cider. So this is the apple cider cellar. And they have all of their mugs. And when they do have big get-togethers, there's plenty for everybody. They've got their huge barrel where they're making the apple cider. And then these where they can dispense it easily with pitchers and lots of crockery. And all just perfect. I don't know what this was supposed to be down here, but it worked perfectly for some type of cider cellar. So if we go out here, here's a big gateway, and then you can see this whole area is just perfect for looking out and making sure there's no danger in the world, and making sure that Svartalfheim is safe and secure. So see, you can see over there, there's the big bridge we came across. So this goes completely all the way around. You can actually walk all the way around. And then if you do get to the point that you need safety, you can put gates up, right? I don't necessarily just love gates and doors because they're just a pain, but you know, you're going to need them for safety. Like this one here, you need a door here. But here's barrels. There's barrels and crates throughout where they store all of their goods. And then this is a little outpost where they can come up here and make sure and overlook the valley and overlook the mountains. Isn't this something? I just love this. The Svartalfheim is just, I don't know. There's just something about it that's very special. I think I see a blue. I might see one of the Svartalfheim dinos over there. I'm not sure. He looked blue. But this is a meeting place too, where they can gather and make plans. And then they have to go up the ladder. Let's see if I can go up without my backspace on. And then there's a doorway here that will close. There you go. And then up here we have a cannon. So there's a place to sit, but there's a place to store cannonballs. And there's buckets and different things. And so you can look out over here and make sure that everything is safe. Goodness, we're ready. So if we want to fire the cannon, there we go. We probably could kill a Rex or two, couldn't we? Maybe. I wonder. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? You can't really see anything over there because of the trees, but you can direct the cannon left, right, up, and down. So that's kind of fun. So let's go back down. I can't do it without my backspace, I don't think. Let's see here. Turn my backspace on for a second. Climb ladder. All right. There we go. There we go. So everything is nice and cozy and fixed up so that anybody who lives here will really enjoy living here. So then you go on over here, and here's the little house where the person lives. And it's all fixed up, just nice and cozy for them. There's a cooking pot here and an ice box. There's shelves to put things on over here. We have decorations up on the walls to make it more homey. They've got apples and, let's see, something in the pot. Looks like maybe some kind of stew. So they can eat nice hearty meals. There's a bed and a chest at the foot of the bed to sit. You can sit on the chest to take off your shoes or store your clothes inside the chest, and another chair to sit on, a bench in front of the fireplace. We've got all our dish rack set up with dishes and bottles. And then here's the bookshelf. You know, a soldier that would be appointed this outpost, they probably have a lot of downtime, so they need lots of books. And they've got the book here sitting on the nightstand with their glass so they can have a drink of water if they wake up in the middle of the night thirsty. I'm so amazed how dirty this bed looks, though. It's just, oh my goodness. Okay. And then here's the little water closet. And again, I don't know what this was made for, except it's perfect for a water closet, isn't it? And so that, if you watched in that one episode, we showed how that acts as your toilet right there, and it collects fertilizer. This door goes out to where the sheep are, so that's nice. So we'd be able to go out and access them. And there's a wheelbarrow here, and they got a bucket for their food, and so that way you can bring their food and make sure the feeding trough is full of berries and yummy stuff for the animals. Just a nice little courtyard garden area. So let's go back in through the door. And we have to shut the door because the dodos, they know the door is open and they'll head right toward the door. Okay, so then if you go out this way, there's a door out here, and you have a little back porch. And again, like I said, this goes all the way around the outpost. This encroachment right here. You can walk all the way around, and you can make sure you can be looking down. Look at all that. Isn't that beautiful? I just don't understand how Nicatus can be so, oh my gosh, so creative. He just does something different about maps than I've ever experienced. But over there you can see one of the giant dwarven statues. Oh my gosh, so pretty. And there's a really beautiful lake down there. Another bridge. You are not allowed flyers on this map. You can try your best, but you won't be able to use flyers. Here's a door that goes back into the animal pen again. You can't use flyers, and that was on purpose. And I'm glad, because it just makes you explore, and I have found things I would never have found if I was flying. So then there's another little area over here. I thought about it, putting one of the secret door frames here and put a secret door, and then this could be your secret treasure trove area. Again, I'm not sure what this was made for, but it's really cool. But I'm using it for storage, for extra storage. It's going to stay nice and cool down here, and I think anything stored down here would stay fresh for a really long time. So that's what we're using it for, is extra storage. And then, so then you have this stairway that goes up this way. And then up here, I wasn't able to do any better. This is about as best as I could figure out for the stairs, but I think it turned out okay because of the way everything connected into each other. But did I even say that I'm using the dwarven the dwarven structures? I don't even think I said that these are the dwarven structures. These are the dwarven structures made by Creep, and they're just perfect for doing this kind of thing. They're expensive. So what you do is you use the metal structures, normal arc metal structures, and they're reskinned. And so you just do like you do the regular arc structures, and you place your foundation, and then you press R, and it will change over to the dwarven structures. But we have more cannons over here, and more storage for cannonballs and gunpowder and all of that. And so then you can go down it again. You can see forever. You can just see forever. It's just so pretty. So there's that statue. It looks like there's two of those statues over there, maybe. So I just had so much fun. Look at the roof. There's a peak roof for this. I don't know if you can tell, but if you end up where you have to have a flat spot in the middle of two peaks, then that piece has been added to the structures. Let me show you real quick what I'm talking about. Let's put our backspace on. Let's pick this up, and I'll show you. So, I've got barrels down in my inventory. So this is if you look at this, it looks just like a metal foundation. It says it's a metal foundation, just like in regular arc. It's a normal foundation. Now you do have to have the mod in order for it to work. But you place, and if you look, it says metal foundation. If you look between my crosshair and above the toolbar, it says metal foundation. But if you press R, then it goes over to dwarven foundation. It's either metal foundation or dwarven foundation. And then the same thing with the walls and doorways and roofs is just identical to the regular arc structures. Now this is a special one. Let's put my backspace on. I'm so glad that, well, they had this in Castle Keeps and Forts. There we go. But see, it's just an overhang. Isn't that awesome? They had it in Castle Keeps and Forts, but I think this one looks better. So if we want to place it back, you can see that this is actually a metal roof. And then if you press R, it goes to the metal ramp, then metal stairs, and metal staircase, dwarven stairs, dwarven ramp, dwarven roof, and overhang. So if you kept going, there's the peak part I was telling you about. See, isn't that cool? I'm so glad they added that. No more flat roofs, right? I love it. So they did such a good job. Everything looks so fancy. It looks really, really fancy. And it makes you think that now the dwarven ruins, they just decayed and just fell to pieces. But the way this looks, it looks like it will stay here forever. You certainly don't need to worry about it decaying, I don't think. And then we have the different door frames. This is a double door frame here. And that's about the size I wish we could do a gate. I wish a little bit taller than that. But it looks so cool, doesn't it? I guess maybe that's why they don't have one, because the structures that are in Ascended are actually taller structures, and maybe that's why. But I would love it. I think I'd like a gateway that was about this size, maybe a wall and a half size. That would be perfect. But for this, I couldn't figure out how to do that flooring up above unless I put pillars. So I ended up with pillars on each end, and I thought, well, that looks very weird. And these pillars are so thick and so, boy, they look like they could hold anything up. And look at the detail work on them. So I thought, well, I'll just do it like that, and that will look kind of good. And then I could have put two more, but I thought really the width they are, I think they are able to hold themselves up because of the way the structure. So I thought it was just fine, and I thought it gave more room for walking around down here. But that is the Svartalfheim Dwarven Structure mod, and y'all guys need to check it out, and you need to check Svartalfheim out. And it's not done, and a lot of people are waiting, and probably it is smart to wait because you never know what Niceda's going to change, so it'd be terrible to build. And this may actually be one of those fortresses where there's enemy here and the NPCs and all this may disappear, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. I mean, I understand that it's not finished, and no telling what things he's going to change, but I do appreciate each and every one of you coming along and watching and checking this out, and I hope you will too. And it's so amazing to just gradually see this take shape and be able to use the dwarven structures, the old ruins that Niceda's placed down, and then be able to make it my own. It was so much fun. So thank you guys. I do appreciate you all. We'll talk to you later. Bye.